What's up? I'm here, Anthony J.R., here courtesy of the Palm Wine Experience, and we're at Civility Unrest. We just had some palm wine Mai Tai cocktails, and I am here with producer DJ. He does Afrobeat, Afro House. My guy, Blaq Pages. How you feeling, boss?
Feeling great, my brother.
You feeling good?
I'm feeling great.
After all those cocktails we made.
Cheers, man.
Cheers, bro. So, tell me a little bit about yourself. I know you're from Ghana. Currently, you live in LA. So, how has this transition have been, especially you being in Seattle right now? How is the transitions of being in LA and over being in Seattle and doing the music?
Being in LA, it kind of took a while for everything to, take off. LA is still on the rise with the whole Afrobeat and African music movement right now. And coming to Seattle and seeing that people actually loving the music and everything is very, very inspiring.
So you were at Aura nightclub last night. What was your favorite moment when you were seeing everybody come out for you?
Man, my favorite moment was, I was talking to Uri and he was like, there was a guy that actually approached us. He was like, yo, I just came to Ghana just to see you play and whatever. And I was like, well, I saw you in LA. And I was like, so that was one of the moments that, really stood out for me. And also seeing people on the dance floor was very, very inspiring.
Nice. So, what I've noticed from a lot of people that make that transition into Afrobeat and Afro House, first of all, they start off kind of their career doing the hip hop and rap and R&B and stuff. But what was it that made you transition into Afrobeat into 2017? What was it exactly that made that transition happen?
That transition happened when I used to play a lot in LA, like different venues. I used to play hip hop, but then I realized that I didn't stand out from everybody else, and also too I wanted to get back to my roots. So the best way was to play and showcase music coming from Africa. Yeah. So once I started doing that, everything just started taking off for me.
So I know since you mentioned earlier that Afrobeat isn't as prominent in LA, what was it that made you want to start doing it in an industry or a space that isn't as prominent? Did you just kind of feel like, since it's not here, I kind of want to be one of the pioneers to kind of bring it over?
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
That was one of the main reason, purpose, and also too, another reason was I couldn't find a place where I could go to enjoy myself and listen to the music that I actually like and listen at home. Yeah. So.
I feel like sometimes, because I've always had I'm always kind of thinking about how it would be if I was to leave Seattle and move to LA, or I would move to New York and all these different things. People that are particularly in the industry that you're in, sometimes a lot of people have their pros and cons of living in LA, man. So what were some things that you liked and you disliked while you've been living in LA right now, especially being in the industry you're in?
In LA, life was not straightforward.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's one of my pet peeves.
Yeah. So you just prefer people just straight to the point?
Yeah. Let's get to it.
Yeah.
And the thing I love about LA is the diversity of LA. Different cultures, people coming from all over the world to LA. That's what makes LA very special.
So when did you start your Blaq Pages? Your parties over in LA? I know you've been doing the Blaq Pages and Friends. When did you exactly start that, and what was the reason behind starting that?
Before Blaq Pages and Friends, I used to have parties I just invite my friends, and their friends also invite, and my friends also invite their friends. So it became a thing. But before I started with a party called Afro Bashment. Okay. But then I realized that Afro Bashment was bigger than the party. It was more of a festival. So I kind of put that on ice, and I started on a party. But the party that I started was in Hollywood. So I called it Afro Hollywood. So to get a flavor of Hollywood and Africa as well too. But then that kind of faded away because of the venue. Yeah. It wasn't working hand in hand with what I was doing. So I started a party called Afro Go-Go, which took off, which is now now everybody knows about that party. But then I realized that there was one thing: the people kind of came to my party, they felt like family. So I started. So now, last year in August, I started the party, Blaq Pages and Friends. And when I did it, and I only promoted it for a week, and it was crazy. It was sold out.
Nice.
And I realized that there's something that I got to keep doing. Yeah. So 2 weeks ago, I actually did it again, and it was crazy.
Nice.
It
And
was insane.
I saw you have an upcoming one in July 4th, right?
July 4th.
What can we expect for that one, especially it being on an actual holiday?
I definitely want to get like a big DJ or like an artist coming from like a surprise. Yeah.
Who are some people that we could potentially expect? I know you don't have to say the person's name or on the specific person, but
I can say that person, but I want to speak it into existence. So hopefully they'll watch it too.
Yeah, so
I want to get Diplo.
Okay.
Or like Washi Fire.
Okay. Nice. So, with Afrobeat, a lot of genres and trends of music kind of come seasonal. You have the grime, you kind of have like that era when everything was like techno and electronic and stuff. But it wasn't until like a few years ago when Afrobeat started kind of like on its trajectory and it was kind of going up and stuff. What do you feel like needs to be done in order to keep Afrobeat escalating, because we don't want it to be one of those things where Afrobeat is here for maybe just a few more seasons or a year and it kind of slowly fades away. But what do you think us people need to be doing in order to keep Afrobeat alive and well?
I think definitely like the radio. It needs to be on the radio. Right now, I think it's at the point where it needs to be on the radio consistently.
Yeah.
And so people can actually hear the sound and get familiar with the music. And just like reggae music, I mean, you don't really hear reggae music on the radio, but anytime you hear reggae music, it's so friendly and it's a vibe. You know, reggae music is a vibe, and reggae music is all over the world.
Yeah.
And reggae artists have kept it consistent to keep the music going. So I feel like being on the radio can really help a lot. Yeah.
So from what I hear, you're working on an EP right now.
Yes.
So what are some things that we can expect? Are you going to be doing a lot of the producing on it, or are you going to actually be doing some other things on it, or what are some
I'll
things that we can
definitely be
expect?
doing a lot of writing and producing on it,
Writing
and like
producing.
some vocals.
Wow.
On there, but like,
okay.
Nothing too crazy. Yeah, definitely.
Are there some artists that probably the audience is familiar with that you actually have on this EP, or?
Yeah, definitely. Pretty Boy is on there. Pretty Boy Dio. I have Ayats from Ghana.
Nice.
Queso. Yeah.
And is there a expected deadline on when this is going to be put out?
I try not to put.
That's something that we're not going to put out.
It can be one of those projects where you just wake up and it's just up online.
Yeah.
It can be just one of those things. Yeah. You never know, because sometimes I feel like when you plan things or like you have a deadline, it kind of like it's great to have deadlines.
Yeah.
But like something it kind of like forces you to like. It kind of messes up like the creativity a little bit. Yeah.
Do you ever put deadlines on other stuff aside from like the music and stuff? Like what is?
For example, if I'm planning an event and like let's say I need to get this for the event, or maybe I need to get in a studio. Maybe you need a deadline to get in the studio with that artist.
Yeah.
It's, everything needs to be scheduled. You know, so definitely, yeah.
So what would you say that you prefer the most? Do you prefer actually planning these parties that you actually DJ, or being booked to DJ somebody else's event?
I like both, because when you plan your own event, it's like your vision of what you want the vibe to be and what you want the event to look like. As far as like decorations, I'm very deep into I love decorations, so it brings a vibe. Give people like a different experience. Yeah. But being booked too is dope. Going to different places. Coming to Palm experience, like the Calabash, is really dope, stuff like that. Yeah.
So what else can we expect from you this year? I know you have your EP, you have your other party happening July 4th. What are some other things that we can kind of be looking forward to?
Definitely playing a lot of festivals this year. Playing Burning Man this year. Playing Lighting in the Bottle.
Okay.
Jollof Festival in Ghana, and Nothing Hill Carnival. And Carabana, so those are the ones I'm playing this year.
All right, so today is your last day in Seattle. What are some things that you plan on doing before you have to fly back to LA?
Probably go get some Thai food.
Just to clarify, I gave you 3 options as far as which rice you would choose. You said depending on the chef. I gave you the option of Nigerian jollof, Ghanaian jollof, and fried rice, Thai fried rice. And what was your answer again? Just to
Senegal jollof. There's none of them. Because jollof,
I'm appalled.
I choose Senegal jollof over Ghana jollof, even though I'm from Ghana.
Wow.
I choose Senegal jollof over Ghana.
That is betraying your people, right?
I'm not betraying them. It's taste. That's just my taste.
See, we were assuming that you would actually choose Nigerian over all of that.
Why would I choose Nigerian jollof? Actually,
I think Nigerian is just better.
Nigerian jollof 3 times, and I actually never liked it.
So you didn't have the right chef then. And
you see my point? See? Exactly. I didn't have no, trust me, no. I had 3 times, and the second one that I had was really good. Yeah. It's spicy, because I like it spicy. You know, but like every time that I try it, it just had the similar taste.
Oh man.
There was only one lady that made that was good. It was at this baby shower, and I had it was really
no,
good.
the baby showers actually are pretty good because they do a good job.
Yeah, they do a good job.
They do a real good job. Like, yeah.
And also I've had some Ghanaian jollof too that was very bad. I didn't like it at all.
See, I usually try not to.
So it's the chef.
Yeah.
It's the chef. And I've had some Ghanaian jollof that was on point.
Right. Okay.
You know, so
I have to.
It's like tacos. Going to get tacos. Sometimes you get some shitty tacos, some good tacos.
You got to get the best tacos are from the taco trucks.
See, but sometimes though it doesn't hit. You see, it's a hit.
So being in LA, where's the best place to get tacos then?
Oh man, Leo's Tacos.
Leo's Tacos?
Yeah, man.
Is that like in downtown LA or is that where?
They have trucks all over the city. Yeah.
Okay.
You can't miss it. Even if it's run by the airport in Hollywood, there's like 2 in Hollywood.
Yeah.
It's all over the city. Leo's Tacos. Like everybody
Leo's Tacos.
Knows Leo's
okay.
Tacos.
I have to look
that
up.
It's like $1 a taco.
Okay. Yeah. I have to look that up. So what else are some other things that you plan on doing in Seattle before you have to leave? I know you said getting some Thai food.
You know, check out the CD. I mean, I think there's a party tonight.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Smoke some weed.
That's a good option. Yeah. You know, it's legal.
Seattle got the weed.
Yeah.
Man. You gotta smoke it.
But yo, man, I appreciate you being here, man. We're gonna enjoy this palm wine Mai Tai that we made earlier. I think we did a really good job making this.
Good job, man. Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.